Hi world, it's about 2:30 in the afternoon on Thursday the 17th of May 2018. Um, to quote a famous person of our times, there's a lot of fake news out there, and I've been perpetuating some of it in recent days. So what this video isn't about, it isn't about the American president or his wife, or the length of his tie, or collusion, or Stormy Daniels, or Russia, or anything like that. Neither is it about the royal wedding. Oh, and a big thank you, by the way, to the considerable number, about 10-15 of you, who responded to my request for Meghan Markle's father's birth date. I've now got a number of you who have come through with it, and I've got 3 separate birth dates for him, but the vast majority of them all point to the 18th of July, so I'm going to stick to that one, and I will do something on that later. But now he's not coming to the wedding, allegedly. Some of the comments yesterday were very funny, thank you. But it's not about the royal wedding, it's not about Donald, and it's not about anything which can be seen as a distraction to the world. It's about something more serious. So I'll tell you what it is in a minute, because it's very serious. But I want to explain the astrology first. And then as soon as I tell you what it is, a number of you are just going to turn off because you don't want to hear what I'm about to say. So, there's a thing called midpoints in astrology. A midpoint is the middle point, the halfway point between two planets. Uranus in the sky has just moved into Taurus. It's going to move as far as 2 degrees of Taurus, and then it's going to stand still and go retrograde and go back into Aries, where it will stand still around 28 degrees of Aries around the new year, before moving forward again into Taurus, where it will then stay permanently. So over the next 10-11 months, Uranus is between 28 Aries and 2 degrees of Taurus. Mars is now at 0 degrees of Aquarius, and it's moving forward. And it's going to stand still at the end of June around 9 degrees of Aquarius, and then go backwards back into Aries, where it will stand still at 28 degrees of Capricorn, and then start moving forward again around the end of August, finally clearing its retrograde shadow around early mid-October. So over the period from now through to mid-October, Mars is continuing a long-term square to Uranus. This suggests that over the coming 4 or 5 months, there's going to be fairly disruptive times, lots of unpredictability, lots of stimulus and excitement, innovation, but it's also going to be quite challenging for a few people. If you take the middle point, the midpoint between Mars, where it is now, and Uranus, you'll find that midpoint is somewhere between 15 and 16 degrees of Pisces. Halfway through Pisces. If you look at a map of the heavens at the moment and look at what's at 15 degrees of Pisces, you will see Neptune. Neptune is on the Uranus-Mars midpoint for the next 3 or 4 months. There's another astrologer, I'm not going to name her, but she knows who she is, who sent this to me a couple of days ago and made me aware of this. I'm very, very grateful. It's nice to know there's some really good astrologers out there, so thank you. You know who you are. Thing is with Neptune, on the positive side, it's all about illumination and enlightenment, spirituality, compassion, empathy, your relationship with the divine, however you see the divinity as being, it's your intuition. On the neutral level, Neptune deals with film and photography, dance, art, music, aestheticism, refinement, elegance. On the negative side, Neptune's about deception, addiction, escapism, avoidance, neuroses, where you kid yourself, where you fall in love instead of being in love. And Neptune also deals with toxins and viruses. In the last 48 hours, there's been increasingly strong news reports from the deep, real media, not the fake news media, the deep media, around how the Ebola virus has suddenly resurged. It's now in the Democratic Republic of Congo's capital. It's killed about 40 people in the last day or so, the last 2 days, as far as the latest reports that I can access have described. And there's every evidence that it's suddenly revitalised again. And it may be that this is a slight variation on previous Ebola viruses. There is no antidote to Ebola. There is no cure. It's passed through minimal contact with body fluids. I don't care whether Ebola is a man-made, engineered virus made in a Russian laboratory or an American laboratory or whoever's behind it, or if it's just a naturally occurring thing. It's a virus and it has the potential to wipe out not only large centres of population, but cities, countries, continents. So far, Ebola's been limited to Africa. We've had an Ebola situation in Britain last year, one person. With Neptune sitting on the Mars-Uranus midpoint, I don't wish to be too alarmist, but at this time, we are in quite an alarmist situation in the world between now and September, October. It really wouldn't surprise me if the idea of virus and toxin were to become a much larger influence than it has been recently over the next few months. What can we do about it? As individuals, not a lot, except, this sounds so corny, but except. Wash your hands. Eat plenty of veg, fruit, salad. Build up your amino acids. Keep your immune system up to date. Stay fit and healthy. Lifestyle management, health, hygiene, diet, nutrition, exercise. Look after yourself. The healthier you are, the healthier you will be in the future. More on this another time. Meantime, don't buy in too much into the fake news. Catch you later, world. Bye.